So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So we got some big news after the update. We knew we'd get the new parallel level packs and some other minor features, but we got some big ones like bounty missions, new ones being added is nice, but the biggest one really is the Pirate Rumble buffs, and I was shocked when I saw this. This is a great improvement to PvP Legends. Basically what they've done is take every PvP Legend and making them 20 cost, just like a PvP Rare Recruit. And this will have huge ramifications. Not only that, but they've also changed it so that PvP Legends will do more damage against the opposing colors. So Enel here, for example, now does 30% more damage to int units. So yeah, this is a huge deal. PvP Legends value just skyrocketed, to say the least. There's one weird omission though, like every PvP Legend got these buffs, except for one, which is Chauzu. And with the next month's team being like formidable foes or such, maybe he will be the first legend to get a 6+, first PvP legend to get a 6+. Would be exciting, but we have to wait and see. Some are bigger than others, like Kuma, also got a seat reduction, which is huge for him. Also does more damage to Dex, and he already basically 1-hit KO Dex, so now he's like a guaranteed 1-hit KO. Urog is not a big deal, but Urog together with Apu, who we'll get to later, is a big deal. Smoothy, kinda nice for the quick slasher team, can run another legend. Garp is probably the least impactful right now. He, even with a 20 cost, he doesn't really fit on Dex teams, to be honest. Orochi, pretty nice, can use him as a sub on the quick driven team now. Even Page 1 got a nice buff, like the fixed damage he does to Dex also gets the damage increased by the extra 30% damage to Dex. So he ends up doing like 6,000 damage to 3 enemies, which is really good. So he will also be a nice sub now on strength teams. And yeah, Apu, real nice versus Sai, of course, can run Rogue and such. I'm going to show some teams after we go through this. Eva, not the most impactful, can be used as a sub on cerebral teams now at least. Kawamatsu will probably be pretty good. He can potentially slot in on both Sai and Slasher teams as a sub. Shinobu Raizo, while being a very good unit on defense, I still don't really feel like they're the best on offense. Maybe can fit in on shooter teams, but also not the best on offense either. And then Uta got a buff to the burst, which doesn't matter. Oh, they talked about Kizaru at the bottom. Okay, so Kizaru is scheduled to be just in a future version update. Like, why will they wait with him? Like, either he's getting a completely new mechanic, or there's something else going on, like a 6+. So, very interesting to see what happens with him. Anyway, now I want to show some actual teams that you can make with these changes. These are just some suggestions. I can't even try all of them since I don't have the units. But yeah, let's do them one at a time. First we have Sai, and here you can fit in both Enel and Kawamatsu. I will say that if you have the Shanks legend, the half Annie Shanks, I just put Annie Shanks for now. He's a slasher too, so then you have quite a lot of slashers, and you even have an Odin that Kawamatsu wants. In that case, I definitely put Kawamatsu there, and probably Sora behind. This way, when Kawamatsu gets in, he has 3 units that he can really buff to get their specials back. And of course, getting Shanks and Odin special back in particular will be very helpful. And then after, if anything more goes down, you're getting Zoro, who is a great unit in general. And then in the end, you have Enel, who can use his special a lot and will do quite a bit of damage with his buffed special and increased damage to int units. Since in reality you mainly use a team like this against int, but of course if it's an optimal int, then Sai kind of struggles, I'd say. Speaking of int, I personally try something like this, but of course I don't have Apu, so that's a filler Apu I put in. But yeah, if I wanted to try this team for a long time, but I've not been able to since I don't get Apu. But basically, you have 4 units who all of them basically screws over Sai. So Sai won't be able to barely use any special. And then you aim to just do as much damage as possible right away. The main issue before was that sure, Int had a good bench, but maybe not the most reliable bench. But now you can just run legends on the bench because you basically, Apu and the Rogue doesn't count as legends, they count as recruits. So you can run 2 extra legends, which in this case I'd recommend Uta and Kid to do some huge damage and also have good PvP abilities to keep some stability. And Smoker will be nice to get in late as well. So I try something like this, maybe replace the Katakuri. I just like him because like you really stack the anti-Sai stuff, so Sai will never be able to use their specials first, which is really nice. Moving on to Quick Slasher, very interesting, like Smoothie becoming a PvP rare recruit means we can run one more legend, and yeah, I'm planning to try out Momo for that. We have another good damage dealer, can also ignore defense with his special. And yeah, I put in Kiko Isa as a sub, have one more Quick and Slasher. And then I figured, yeah, Slasher, Kawamatsu could be good on this one as well. And then I just put Shinobu and Rai, so they're probably not that good on this team. But I thought it was fun that you could run this many legends, like there's 1 non-legend on this team. It's actually insane. Shuri is better than a lot of the other units though, like he is great on a team like this. Then we have Cerebral, and yeah, I've been trying something like this. Don't think it's the greatest. I've tried increasing Robin Koala's damage. My members voted them to be my next Limit Break expansion, so I just went with it. But yeah, I still feel like this is pretty unreliable. You lack damage output. And then if you remove Tama, instead you lack speed. So yeah, I'll probably have to keep trying with Cerebral. It's still cool. You can run both Inazuma and Iwanko on the bench now. Otherwise, Cerebral did kind of lack bench units, but we got another one in Iwanko now, so pretty good. Slasher, I've been using this 5-man Slasher and it's been good. The main change now is that you can run Kawamatsu on bench, which I'd say is a big improvement over something like the Strength. Law Kawamatsu can actually help you get something like Roger Whitebeard special back in a pinch if he jumps in, so could be cool. Then we have Strength, and yeah, I don't have the half Annie Luffy and the half Annie Sabo. So the Luffy and Sabo are just, I just put them there for now. But yeah, I feel like this starting 5 lineup has been the best. Maybe not Jack. Maybe I'm misremembering who they run there, but I think Jack should be fine at least. And then now we have an absolutely insane bench as well. So if something goes wrong, God forbid with Luffy going down early or such, you have Kuma coming in with his reduced CT, potentially King, and then page 1 can do like 6,000 damage to 3 units now if you face Dex team. So yeah, Strength absolutely destroys Dex now, that's for sure. Then we have Quick Driven, and I've always held the opinion that PvP Rear Recruit Conjurer is one of the most overrated units in the game. He has seen some use, but that's mainly because there's been no better options. But now, with Orchi becoming a rare recruit in cost, we can put him as the first sub. He can come in, disrupt a bit, have a good PvP ability as well. And then we can soften the team up for the final 2 actually good PvP rare recruits in Blue Yam and Fuji. But yeah, it's not a big deal. You can still run Kanjuro instead as well. I do feel like the starting 5 is as good as it gets versus Strength. But of course, Strength got even better now, so if you face Strength on defense and it looks something like this, I wouldn't bet on Quick winning right now, to be honest. Like, this looks like one of the most annoying teams to face overall. Finally with Dex, I've not changed anything, like as said. Garp doesn't add anything. Kizaru hasn't even got his cost reduction yet, so yeah, when I use Dex versus Quick, I run something like this and it usually works pretty well. But yeah, let me know what you think. What teams have you cooked up so far? Do you think mine look okay, or do you disagree with them? Let me know in the comments. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.